This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heart Matters. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better personal life.
In my journey of life and interviewing people, I have come to see that there are two tents for women.
Yes.
So in one tent, the women are asking, where are the good men? And then in another tent, they're very quiet because they're happily married. They found the good men. I even have a friend who went through the unfortunate experience of going through a divorce. But, well, her marriage had ended for a long time while she was still married. So when she finally got divorced, she settled into a new marriage within almost a year. And it was a good guy, and she's happily married. She's, no drama, no hula baloo. So I like today's topic because I think you're going to help these women in this tent for where are the good men. What are some of the traits that make a woman irresistible?
Yes, the kind of women and men can't resist. And I'm happy to introduce that because after you understand the type, what you become to be irresistible, your past becomes irrelevant.
Wow.
Whether you have a tag of you were once married, you were once cohabitating, you were a child with so and so. Once you understand this principle, first of all, you see how culture has been lying to you.
Yeah.
How they have been shaping you into something that will never settle. That will be restless on the face of the earth.
Yeah.
If you operate by what you hear and you don't become proactive in tapping into the right wisdom.
Yeah, that's true.
If you operate by what is being sung in songs, shouted in culture, posted online, being drummed in meetings, sometimes you go to weddings, I wonder what they're telling the wife to do.
Yeah. You're like, nope.
Now, these are trying to advise how to make this marriage work. They usually focus a lot on the woman. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yes, she's one migrating to come under a guy.
Yeah.
We need advice, both of us. But I tell you the truth, the leader of this thing is the guy. And if there's something he can do to set the tone, to put everything in place, it should be emphasized as much as, it should be emphasized a lot. And now that we know celebrant of most marriages are men, the people who celebrate the marriages? In more churches, the reverends. Women also do celebrate marriage, officiate or oversee.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
But most celebrants are men.
Okay.
And you find that it's like they feel that need to either to fight for the man or defend them or just make it easier.
Yes.
There's more beyond bedroom. People really focus on it.
Yes.
There's a lot. And I want to tell you some of the things that if you get them, the men find you irresistible. The first one is when you are both pretty and principled. Mm-hmm. Society tells you to be pretty, how to do this, enhance this body part, do the other one, do this skin tone, the other part, and they emphasize that as if now you shall be irresistible that way. They are just making you a trophy, something that is very admirable from far. But men can't tell whether you have a personality and a limitation to how accessible you are.
Yeah.
And when men salivate after you, but they don't know your limits, they just want to smash and run because they don't know how many are behind them, how many came before him. Men always think how easy they came. That's how that easily men also come.
Yeah.
And one guy was asking me which of the ladies above is good to marry. This one, I don't know, 25, got a child, I don't know, being a teenager. I don't know. The other one is also got a child, that and this time. Mm-hmm. And I got the other direction. He is not addressing directly. Mm-hmm. A lot of men, when they ask you among this, they approach women with children with an ill motive, hoping she's a low-lying fruit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I asked, did you sleep with both of them? Yes. And that's why you can't see clearly that the character analysis you need to do, you can't do it to the person you're sleeping with. Okay. You and the baby daddies are in the same category. So you don't have a child, they have children, but you also you're in that group, you could make people pregnant. You're doing it. So don't put it like a minus. They all have children, but you're also doing what they did.
He slept with both of them. So he wants you to help him choose.
And it's so unfortunate when we make it's like you should let me access your body to consider you to rank you somewhere. I tell you the truth, after a man sleeps with you, he wonders how easy it is for the men to sleep with you. The love of men is territorial, possessive, and it's ownership centered. To want to own the person, but it's a territory that I should know only me has access to that. And in order to be assured of that, I should know before I sign up. I can't access it.
Yeah, can I tell you what I think about that?
Yes.
Also, in addition, is that while men are generally territorial like that, many men, because of listening to the modern narrative, don't even know, or they're not conscious of how territorial they are, so they will deny it. They will say, oh, now that I've slept with you, I even love you even more. But they don't know subconsciously they've lost respect for you, and they won't say it.
Yes, they have to maintain their narrative before and after, so they don't appear fake and liars. You told the woman you love her, now that she has gone with the fact that you love her and allowed all this. A lot of your perspective in her has changed.
Yeah.
So you start being conflicted. You charm her when she's in your presence because it's something you want.
Yeah.
When you are away, she's just out of mind.
Oh.
And she expects the same attention when you are away.
Yes.
And you can't pull it through. I'm busy, can't you see, be understanding? No, the energy left.
Oh, that's it.
The energy left. It doesn't remain the same. The man may not own her. Many of them, as you say, are not reflective enough. They're not self-conscious. I want to warn you again of there's a man who campaigned that he's going to do a group wedding, polygamous wedding. And he said it will be a bigger one, campaigning. At the end, he just married one woman. What was the campaign about? He went for the wedding and did a normal monogamous wedding. What was it about campaigning to tell people, polygamous, group? There is a group of men who are trying to mislead naive young men, naive people, when they themselves are protecting their families and building themselves up.
Yes.
They want to be the talk of town, they want to trend, they want to be on everybody's lips, they want to have views, they want to have a following, they want to build their, by espousing scandalous, destructive things.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it doesn't matter, oh, just smashing, oh, no problem. So they degrade women to make it look like men are all this, they lower. And then another naive guy somewhere who doesn't know the whole story will run with that.
Yeah.
Thinking people are doing group weddings. There was no mass wedding there. You don't even have a fact. And now you start ruining your life, going by that. When a woman becomes both attractive, and every woman is potentially beautiful if she refines what she has.
Wow.
Every woman is potentially beautiful. It may not be obvious. You should groom, trim, make yourself. You need to eat right.
Yes.
Some women eat too little. Some people from childhood, they needed to be beaten up to eat.
Yeah.
You meet them in old age looking emaciated.
Yeah.
Just there.
Yeah.
Just there, looking famished. And they are very low energy. Usually talk like they are sleepy. Their voice is coming from very far. Somebody is here, but they're very far. And you have to. They are here.
Yeah.
But you have to. And because the one who used to whip them to eat is no longer there. Now they don't eat. You need them to laugh well. You need the energy.
Yeah, you need something in your stomach.
But they have accustomed their body to operate on one battery bar. When your phone is about to go off, some apps have gone down. They're running on the background. So this person is running on the background.
Power saving mode.
Really, everything has gone. Some people operate like that, so they can't shine. They're not glowing. They can't even give you, even when they hug you, they're so feeble, you fear to break their ribs. You slowly, because they look like they're falling down. I've met people like that. It's not just eating too much. Some people eat too little. They eat so poorly. Others just eat carbs. Everything is, they drive through. They don't want to cook. So they just swell. Some people are not really fat. They just swallow. The body has no substance. This is just baga. Baga is just puffed. So they just look like what they eat, a puffed up thing. They really don't have strength. Some people, they don't have strength.
Yeah, it's true.
They eat wrong. These are just carbs, fat carbs. There's no muscle, there's no strength. They don't have vitality. For you to be beautiful, I want you to eat right. Eat solid things. Can you learn to eat yams, arrowroots, solid things? Bread is very puffy, looks like a mushroom.
Yeah.
Be careful with these wheat things. They don't have substance. When you put that, they reduce to a funny thing, and they make you that way. You look spongy. Why do you look spongy? Can you eat solid things? Please take time and cook. Learn to cook. Beauty starts in the kitchen. Let's eat right. Okay? So every woman is potentially beautiful. But you won't be potentially beautiful eating junk. Make sure what you're eating is also beautiful. It's something presentable. Why are you munching funny things, gumu and cocoa? And just because you're a spinster, you're taking funny, weird things that you can't even show anybody. And you're taking sugar syrup. You know, some people just take too much sugar, it looks like syrup. You know, there's a different. No more people put sugar. Other people make it a syrup. That's what they're taking. You know, because it gives them a shot of energy. It's a shortcut. It's a shortcut to energy. They're really just a syrup. Why are you abusing your body? Honestly, you have to be beautiful. You need to look and take water. Take good amounts of water. Some people take one, but you know, by the time you feel thirsty, you're usually dehydrated. Are you aware of that? By the time it arrives, you're usually dehydrated. Yes. Some people even they're too lazy to wake up from the sofa to go to the dispenser to get water. They're already dehydrated, but they won't. Or they feel thirsty, they take tea. They feel thirsty, take soda. Take yogurt. Yeah. Just won't take. Stop this laziness. I've seen people who are potentially beautiful, but you can only see the potential, okay? When men come across you, they say, you know, you can be... you know.
There's some beauty somewhere.
You know, you can...
You can be beautiful. Yeah, I get you.
They're not there. So every woman, God was not so unfair. Yeah. Is to give you an ugly raw material. You have a potentially beautiful raw material. Wow. But I want you to work on it, okay? Yeah. And one lady appeared somewhere. She was just a careless eater. Some people have bodies that can grow because of genes, genetics.
Yes.
In Eat Healthy Eating, the slogan is, your genetics load the gun, but your lifestyle pulls the trigger, okay?
Wow. I love that.
Okay? Yeah. The genetics load the gun of growing big.
Yeah.
It's loaded, okay?
It's loaded, yeah.
Or they load the gun of becoming just 1 GB. Some people look like butterflies. You know, butterflies don't see the body, you just see the wings.
Sure.
So some people, they really don't have a body you can see. The wings.
Just the clothes.
The slang is 1 GB. So some people, if they don't watch out, they will start being carried by wind. You know, when wind comes, they shelter behind you. Please let this wind coming. Somebody's tendency, the genes, what loaded them is being too petite. If they don't feed, one boy in my class used to wear 2 heavy shoes to keep him on the ground.
Oh.
You know, and ask him to carry stones in this. He was such a poor feed. You know, we had to drag that guy to the DH to eat. He'll just be playing the calculator and it's dinner time. It's supper time. I notice some things are not just genetic, they're also lifestyle.
It's lifestyle.
You learn to compensate when you know where you're coming from. So please, I don't want you to start hating your descendants, where you came from. Yeah. You can work with what you have. Okay? If you're still eating heaps of food, some people are consuming, when they're eating, you can't see them. You see the food. Where is Lily? She's behind the food. You go behind. So some people are not. They really destroy food. They eat with a destructive thing. You should visit a government or a big institution when they're giving free things. Alcohol, free drinks, free food. People eat like they're trying to, I don't know, punish I don't know, something.
That's a very good thing you brought up. That just because there's buffet, you don't have to serve everything. Let's liberate people today. Free. The connotation of free food. The company today has meat. You don't have to.
Goat eating.
Yeah.
Where you serve 2 sodas, 2 waters, this chapatis, this, and going back again, and the table looks,
yeah.
And people eat until they can't sit properly, and they can't even walk properly, and they're belching stinky things. And you know, if you go for a date, some of put-offs, somebody come here with a bad stomach, you overate.
Yeah.
We cannot even concentrate. You're potentially pretty, but I want you to work now on your principles. Please, it's only a potential. I want you to know. If you don't work on it, it just remains, you could.
Yeah, it's a possibility.
You know?
Yeah.
So the other thing I want you to do is to have principles. Principles means every man wants to see that you're both, yes, you're sexy, but you're also sensible. Okay? That you're beautiful, but you also have boundaries. That you are not this so glamorous, and any man by some small effort can come into your life. Yeah. And you're not talking about the playing hard to get, that is just weird. We're talking about not hard to get, but impossible to get for the wrong person.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
If you're only hard to get, some men are willing to play the long game.
Yes.
And they'll take the wild.
Yes.
We just know that no man stands a chance except your man.
Wow.
No man stands a chance except your man.
Yes.
And the man should know that when you are single, you don't have a man in your life. Don't go there.
Yes.
You just don't go there. Don't discuss that with me. You know, just how you put it. Funny enough, men don't get repulsed when they're looking to settle to get married. They get challenged. They know that marrying you will be a conquest, that they will have ascended to the pinnacle, that no other man can come.
Yeah.
And that man in Proverbs that one can be honored in the gates. When men know, when the moment a man sleeps with your wife, they'll never honor you the rest of your life.
Yeah.
When you pass by somewhere, they'll gossip you, they'll despise you. One way to know that actually something is happening with your partner is when people you don't expect start despising you, throwing disrespect at you from random place.
Yeah.
You know, people you don't have anything going on, you know?
Yeah.
But why are they throwing contempt at you? It's they manage.
They know something. Yeah.
You know,
They know something you know.
they know your bedroom.
Yes.
You know, it gets so personal.
Yeah.
And that's a side of cheating that exposes your partner to a kind of contempt and disrespect from outsiders.
Yeah.
And we are saying the one thing that you become irresistible. I want you to just work on your body, eat right, build it, give it optimum beauty, optimum. All right. One lady told me she doesn't take any sugar. She went out there researching on alternatives to sugarcane sugar. Sugarcane sugar is the bad one. There are other sugars that are very safe. We just don't know about them. There's one from stevia. Stevia is a plant from South America. It's a sweetener, but just sugar that has no carbs, like the sugarcane one. There's sugar from corn. This maize, you see, to make sugar. Very safe. There's another sugar from monk fruit. So they are there in supermarkets. But sugarcane is cheap. It's locally.
Yeah.
So she told me I had to research because I didn't want to take these sugarless things, the tasteless. But when I take a little sugar, what is happening? Her genetics are like that.
Yeah.
So she adjusted and learned to say, people admire when you walk around, they don't know how much energy you're also putting to manage. You know, those alternative sugars are 5 times more costly than this one. That's the first principle. When you are both very attractive but unattainable, even those who know they can't attain you will salute and admire you.
Yeah.
I just want you to know the response from men to a woman who maintains her standards up there is that even when they hate it, they respect it.
Yes.
And they can testify about you although they don't like you.
Yeah.
Somebody says, you know, I've been the lily, which lily? Oh, my friend, can you take your madness elsewhere?
Yeah.
Because they know your reputation goes around.
Yeah.
Because of you maintain yourself. I've told you to watch out for behavior from people there's some industries that like body, too much holding, I don't know what, photos doing this and that. Those industries that depend on popularity.
Yeah.
They behave sensual with the men colleagues to attract likes. But what does it also do? It lowers how you're perceived. That you're so easy to access, that your body is not sacred. When you maintain that distance, that even when you're friendly, that communicates a lot. And even the kind of hands you do, you're not just being lifted off your feet by every man who just and you see your legs in the air. This is this guy lifted your legs in the air. The other one, the other one. That you may think like you're being popular, being liked, but by the wrong kind of men. The wrong kind of attention.
Exactly.
Those who want to respect and uphold you will not go for a woman who's being lifted over her feet physically.
Yeah, because which husband wants their wife to be lifted off her feet by another man?
Exactly. Whether it is physically, whatever, it is just territorial. If men don't talk about their jealousy, but it is very fierce. The Bible says a man will kill. It actually says love is as strong as death, and says that man who's sleeping with another man's wife is like scooping fire. The man's fury is like fire. Women talk about gossip and jealousy a lot in salons, in their spaces there, and we talk about it more. But it's better women who just pull each other's hair.
The men.
But they don't pull hair, they cut off the head. So the jealousy of men is fire, it's fury. A man can't imagine. It's like you've invaded his territory.
Yeah.
You know, you've come to his bedroom. It's like you've insulted him. One of the videos I saw, I don't know if it's acting or real, but it was too serious to be acting. Because a man was ambushed at the home of another man. Those guys had known he's coming and they ambushed him. And he ran through the wall, literally. He ran out to the wall and he's naked. And he's jumping over fences. And they're chasing him with machetes.
Yeah,
Pangas.
run
This
or
can't
die.
be just acting. This is too serious. You'll be injuring yourself too much to act this much. You know?
Yeah.
It's like you have invaded somebody's most sacred space, the bedroom, and they feel like so insulted. There's no cheating that is good. But to come all the way to a man's territory, even if you did not sleep with the wife in his house, that wife constitutes the bedroom. You know? That energy is the bedroom. The second trait that men love, I've told you about the physical, the energetic, when they know the physically you're very attractive, stunning, but you're unattainable. Only the one who becomes your prince can attain that. The second thing is when a woman is far seeing and believing. This may seem small, but it makes or breaks kings. When you have a woman who believes, just who believes. Sometimes the dreams versus where we are now, they take a lot of faith, and believing is a weighty thing.
Yeah.
It means to hold on to hope. Hope means choosing to believe that it will happen. Somebody said the first step towards making doing the impossible is to believe that it is possible.
Yes.
Impossible happens because of faith.
Yes.
Now, if somebody showed up somewhere and told you, one day somebody will appear on the scene, and by just speaking, they will create an earth, many planets, and even just calling them from nowhere, and then they will breathe on that person will become alive. And then, if you are told that, it seemed very hard.
Yeah.
But yet, by believing, you can see it. There are some things we have to do the way God did them.
Wow.
We just have to call them from nowhere.
Wow.
A woman who can believe when you say, I don't know why I don't see Rolls Royce a lot. Somebody saw Rolls Royce and took a photo of it. Some of those good cars.
Yeah.
And that Rolls Royce is so quiet you can hear your watch when you're inside of it. I want to try it in Nairobi to see whether with all the noise. I'm still here. I don't know. I'm not sure which city they changed.
Yeah, it was not Nairobi.
You know, with somebody hooting here, shouting there. You know.
Yeah.
I would, if a man came saying he wants to drive Rolls Royce before you guys finish your chapter, and he didn't want to sacrifice. You know, some people can drive it by borrowing and putting themselves in debt.
Yeah.
You want to drive it normally,
Yeah.
as a cause of where he is.
In peace. Yes.
In peace, without having sacrificed everything. For a woman to capture the Rolls Royce idea, for some people it's a good home, it's a better neighborhood, taking their children to the best places, it's uplifting the standard of their parents, it's educating 1,000. There's a guy called Ndugunyoro who does Affecto, children watoto wasome. He was saying his term, the bill was 4 million. You know, we're talking about like $40,000. And I'm saying, the kind of this guy's faith, and I'm sure the wife, because by the time you undertake these things,
Yeah.
and you're going to need to fundraise to look for people to support, to take over 100 kids
Yes.
to school. What level of believing is that?
High level.
Because it has high risk.
Yeah.
If you don't get it, nobody has assured us these are huge amounts of money. You know? When a woman can believe and see far and see that it is possible. Okay, I'll be vulnerable enough to converse to you that we look like we are big visionaries. But sometimes the woman you have, if she does not believe at what you see, you also develop doubts and forget about it.
Yeah. That's true.
Your woman backing up what we believe is sometimes the make or break, not the visionary. The visionary receives a lot of credit in the world.
Yeah.
Oh, look at what he invented. Oh, look at. When you have a woman, I'm not saying those who don't have women can't invent. I just say when you have a woman who can see,
Yeah.
you do 100 times more.
Those are two things. A woman who can see
Yes.
what you see.
Some women, after they get a home, they have rested. They don't imagine. They don't bother.
And then those risks become disruptive to the home that you started with. So some women's wisdom is only up to the home.
Yes. And when money is being spared towards a big dream, some ridiculous things we do is when we need 10 million and we are saving 5,000 at a time.
Yes.
We believe the income will be better, but because this dream needs to kick off, can we kick off with whatever we have? How much do you have? 5,000. But we need 2.5 million. Oh, okay. And you have how much? That's very ridiculous.
I'm liquid. Okay? I am liquid.
For down payment.
Yes.
You know, because we need a momentum. when you talk to couples who work together, they'll tell you funny things you do not hear, even in marriage counseling. That when they're trying to buy a plot to build their home, when they try to invest to build their rentals, when they try to get fees for their child who need it next year to go to those RIARA group of schools, that take your child to group of schools to get of colleagues, networks from group of schools. Polling station is not bad. But sometimes the networks you end up with in life is affected by schools. Please, can we stop bad-mouthing them? You talk good English online and people start saying you are from?
Group of schools. Yes.
Why do we do that anyway?
I don't mind it. There's some friends of mine who call my son group of schools. I really don't mind. Go on.
Honestly, believe that child won't score an A. I want my child to score an A, but let me tell you the truth.
Yeah.
I want them to connect to those guys.
Yes.
They will grow big together. They will make phone calls and open doors for each other. They will appear at the gate, and you notice, one guy told me he was in Alliance, one of the national schools, and he's always surprised. When he shows in those big places being tense, so that you make, many times he's just surprised. Colleague, schoolmates, people, they know each other. The connection dates back then. Later they sign papers when they're finishing the business. For parts of protocol, you just sign this one. When they've already done the main business. For you're subjected to protocol, waiting, take this paper, wait number, this, calling the other number. You appear at the bank and one teller notices you. And they just want to serve you. They say, how are you doing? You are here for what? Give me a few minutes. Okay, come here. What happened to that? Some of these things is the connections. We are saying, show me a woman who can envision. How can a man tell that you're visionary? One conversation. The energy of women who can incubate great things is so feelable, so detectable. A man who is looking for a woman who can incubate great things together can pick it early on because you believe. You believe. I'll finish by telling you, a woman who can believe also is patient with money. Not lack of money. Let me differentiate that. It's easier to be patient with lack.
Oh.
It's easier. When there's no money, you can wait until you get it. But when the money is with us, for you to control yourself, not to impulse, everything, all the dreams, a flight of ideas, everything you thought of doing. We want to buy something of 10 million, now we are at 8 million and we are stuck there for a while. Can you sit with 8 million for 10 months? Because the vision we have is 15M and we are not yet there. And you are the treasurer. And you're not buying you start getting things that are beautiful. You start seeing.
I think even the algorithm on your social media
Get an idea.
You have money. It gives you what you've been dreaming about.
It's a kind of self-control I noticed that we don't preach about. Ability to sit with money. Coming from poverty is bad. Many people have not sat with money, so they don't tell you how to sit with money. So I realized one technique my wife uses, she forgets.
She forgets.
She has the capacity to lock out. It's not there. So when we need other small monies for small day-to-day things, she won't touch that. We struggle with this until we crack it. That one is not available. That is a high level of ability a man knows. If I get a woman who does not have that itch, can control herself. And one way you know that as a man is when she's already a treasurer, she has been a keeper of money elsewhere. She does not have money for sukuma wiki in her house, 20 shillings. But she's a treasurer for 3 chamas. 10,000 here, 20,000. And she's not pinching. No. She will deal with her issues without mixing up issues. That is one thing a man knows. No. This one is capacity for greatness. A man who is enlightened will not leave that kind of woman. Yes.
That was such a nice show. Too short as always.
I know.
Too short. Okay, let me read something from Mastery. In life, what we receive is not solely based on what we need, but also on what we deserve. Merely wanting or needing something like a good marriage does not guarantee it will manifest. Many individuals have fallen into desperation, by passively waiting for things to happen to them, believing that the timing was right and they had high hopes. So here you are talking about being ready to pay the price, which goes in line with what we are just talking about.
Yes. Eating
right, grooming, having financial discipline, and just being independent by yourself, isn't it?
And now that you've mentioned that, how many people keep saying, I need a partner, I need a job, I need money, I need marriage, I need.
Yeah, and when you talk about good men, they're there typing, where are they?
They don't exist.
Yeah.
This batch,
Yeah.
this bear. You know.
Yeah.
And they have developed this negative talk
Yeah.
to rule out good outcome.
Yeah.
By conversion, you possess. Conversion, possession.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, the first step to make the impossible possible is
Yes.
to believe that it is possible.
Yes.
I want you to move from just needing, move to deserving.
Yeah.
To deserve is first of all believe it, then earn it.
Yeah.
I know I can find a blissful marriage that, I'm not saying to be perfect heaven on earth, it will be the best in terms of marriage. To support my growth, to sandpaper me, good marriage also does sandpapering.
Yes.
You know, to do some things, to grow me, to evolve me. So people have argued that the ultimate good in marriage, when you meet all the people who have finished their marriage successfully, what are they happy about? They say, this person saw me, facilitated my transformation to a great person in my generation, to a more balanced, rooted, grown person who has perspective in this generation and didn't want to come. I've raised children who have impacted generations, I've built business because I was with this person. Growth seems to be the last thing. Yes, there's enjoyment and fighting problems together, but eventually the outcome is a better grown person. Stop just needing. Become the kind of person who deserves that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mastery is the book that trains us to be self-actualized people. So please get it on www.benjaminzuluglobal.com alongside all his other work. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.
This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heartmans. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better